Hello everyone, this is Joel from Kidney for Joel. Just waiting for people to log in. It's exactly 8:30 my time. Hi Yukar, can you hear me? Can you hear me well? Hey Barbara, doing a mic test. Hey Albert, doing a mic test. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, I'm gonna go ahead and start in about 30 seconds. Can you all hear me? Hey George, Barbara, Carmel, and Albert, can you all hear me? All right, I'm assuming you can all hear me. So let's start. All right, so this week, Friday, I actually received a very, should I say, inhumane letter from University Transplant Center. And it's a short letter, very short, one page. So let me just, I can't reveal to you the content of the letter as of right now, but I need your help though to get this all over social media, and I do need help to get it on mainstream media, especially local San Antonio TV. All right, so here's the summary of it. Okay, Monday I got a phone call from University Transplant Center. We'll just call her for now JM, and it was a 5 to 7 minute conversation, which was a very odd phone call. Very odd phone call. Not only was the phone call uncalled for, but it was also violating my patient rights, violating my rights as a human being and as an American citizen. So not only was it illegal, but it was criminal. And I'll leave it at that. All right, so I've had frustrations with University Transplant Center from the University Hospital System from day one. Okay, when I was hospitalized 2.5 years ago, the week of April 1st, they misdiagnosed me with liver cirrhosis. And mind you, I've never done drugs in my life. I haven't even smoked MJ, never, or cannabis. Don't drink, I don't even drink beer. I don't drink any form of alcohol. I don't smoke, okay? I've been pretty healthy pretty much since I lost a lot of weight since 2010. So 2 years went by from April 2015, April 1st to be specific, to April 2017. They made mistake after mistake after mistake. I'll give you an example. My misdiagnosis of liver cirrhosis, I had to go through 2 biopsies, 2 colonoscopies, 2 endoscopies, and just thinking about colonoscopy, it hurts. For those of you who are 50 and over in the US, you gotta have it, all right? 2 CT scans, 2 3D CAT scans, and so many blood tests, almost every month. And they finally came out with the same diagnosis that I got from a very good doctor. I'm sorry he's part of this whole messy system, but Dr. Juan Guerrero actually diagnosed me correctly 6 months. I was hospitalized in 2015, and diagnosed me again in October, diagnosed me again in April, saying, you don't have liver cirrhosis. So essentially, I wasted 2 years of my precious life on dialysis, you know, being, you know, being tested and tested just because they made the wrong diagnosis from day one. All right? So the same correct diagnosis that I got in about August of 2015, I got from the same doctor the correct diagnosis. All right? So that's not even the start of my whole frustrations, and you know, I'm wearing orange right now because I'm just orange angry. Now, I'm not raging mad like a red mad anger, okay? Anyways, I went through peritoneal dialysis starting in June. That was a nightmare. Because you know why? June 10th, 2015, I had surgical implantation of my catheter on my left side of my peritoneal cavity, my left belly. And for 7 months, my dialysis nurse, Tracy, and my dialysis doctor, she's an Indian doctor, Dr. Bansal, did not tell me that it was the wrong goddamn catheter that was put in by the surgeon. It was the wrong, for 7 freaking months. So bad that I had to jump. I jumped off my bed in the middle of the night because of the excruciating pain I had for months, suffering from this wrong catheter that was put in. And last minute, February, around Valentine's Day, I don't remember now, February 12th or 13th, I got a notice from Tracy and from doctor giving me a phone call warning me that, you know, if I don't show up at the university and get, actually at the surgical place to get my PD catheter replaced and put in on the right side, I'd be non-compliant. I'm like, you freaking idiots. You've known this for 7 freaking months. You haven't told me. And you think I'm an idiot? I know there was something wrong. Okay? Oh my God. And then error after error. And I'll give you an example, right? Another one. For 2 long years, it took them to test 4 of my potential living donors, from my sister to my classmate Ricky to my altruistic donor Chrissy to my friend David. You know, from July to April, July 2015 to April 2017. Took them 2 years, only to find out that all 4 of them didn't pass. So what I do? I took my own life. I mean, I took my own life. No, I took my destiny in my own hands. What I do? I created this masterful, I mean, I think it's masterful, crusade campaign to get me healthy living kidney donors between May 1st and July 31st of this year. Because I knew April 17th that I'm status 1, meaning I'm ready to go to surgery. I just don't have the proper, the right match, okay? So I had volunteer donors since the first weekend, May 3rd, May 4th, May 5th. I had 3, okay? And by the end of May, I had about 7 volunteer kidney donors who are so altruistic, they didn't know me from Adam, who are willing to give up and give me their spare kidney to prolong my life. And then, you know, by June, that went up to about 10 or 11. And then I got on TV July 5th, okay, again through my own efforts, okay, on Facebook, and that went viral. And eventually, by July 15th, I had 17 that I know of potential living kidney donors. In the meantime, though, guess what? There were only 2 of the 17 that I know of that have been tested from May to actually up to now. That's like May, June, July, August. 3 long months. What if I underwent any emergency situation? What if I had some complications or something with my dialysis, and what if I died a month ago? And you know how I know they did not test and follow up on these people? Because I'll give you an example. Cody, I can't really name her name. I'll just call her BB because she hadn't given me permission. The latest, Susan F. And then there's like 3-4 more who actually called me mid-July saying that, hey, what happened? I was willing to give up my kidney and get ready for surgery and get tested back in June. Like Cody, for example, he registered instantaneously in 2 minutes after watching the video of Joe Saceda, June 21st at 7:32 p.m. By the way, I have razor sharp memory about dates because I'm taking notes, okay? I just have this gift. But anyways, that's beside the point. The point is, I talked to Cody, okay, July 10th. He's never had a follow-up call, not even a follow-up email. I talked to Alfred M., he hasn't even got a call or an email, but he called them back on July 10th. Okay? Susan F. volunteered to be a donor for me July 6th. Not even a phone call. It's horrific, VNA. It's criminal. Okay? If I tell you the content of this letter from University Transplant Center that I received in the mail last Friday based on a conversation we had on the phone July 7th, Monday, I mean, people will rise up in arms and create chaos. Because it's not only discrimination, it's not only injustice, not only criminal, it was violation of my basic human rights, and I'm an American citizen. They'd rather help somebody who's illegal alien who comes to San Antonio, unregistered alien, and no insurance. And here I am. I've been working for 29 years in this beloved country in healthcare. And guess what? I get the bad treatment. I get a criminal treatment. I'm telling you. Now think about it from the volunteer donor standpoint. Okay? Not even my viewpoint. Because I've been through this, This will not let me down, I've already found solutions to this, In fact, I see this as a blessing in disguise, but I won't give you the details why, okay? Maybe one detail at the end of this call, but I need your help, okay? Here's the thing, okay? Here's my point. Let's say, Vianney, you've been wanting to donate to me, but because of your health, you can't do it, right? You can't do it. So let's say you were able to do it because you're healthy, right? Let's say Cody Wilson, BB, Susan, Alfred, Mike, and many more, okay? Let's say you're able and willing and healthy enough to donate to me 2 months ago. Then you don't get a phone call or email from the transplant center? That's criminal. So here you are, hot and heavy, to donate to me, save my life, be my hero, and they won't let you. Because of the sick, messy system. And you know why? I know why. Because my living kidney donor transplant coordinator, I'll just call her PG, okay? I won't name any names right now. Not at this time. PG slipped, okay? Here's what happened. July 10th, I was getting ready. And by the way, I have already spent at least $10,000 of my own money to save my own life. For what? The website, the social media campaign, the softwares, and of course, I didn't want my donors, my two donors, to spend any money, any dime in coming over here. So I had to spend for their flight, for their food, for their lodging. Okay? Because what I did with my team and with the donors, nobody has seen ever. Can you imagine getting 17 potential donors from all over the world practically? They don't know me. Most of them didn't know me from Adam. Willing to give me their spare kidney. And the only thing that's holding them back is what? The system. University Transplant Center. Okay? So anyways, July 10th, and I'm going to be done in about 5-6 minutes, okay? July 10th, because I always call this living kidney donor head. She's actually my donor's living coordinator. We'll call her CM. I always call her whenever someone tells me, hey, I want to donate to you. What do I do? So I tell the volunteer donors, oh, give this a call, fill out the survey, the medical questionnaire, and then call this person, CM. Okay? And then she'll get back with you. She didn't even do that for most of them. Okay? So she told me, get this, July 10th, on the phone, she told me, can you stop your social media campaign? Because you've sent us too many volunteer kidney donors. We know how to handle it. We don't know how to handle it. Can you believe that question? Think about it. We're living in a social media age. I'm thinking, CM, have you been living in a rock for the last 10 years? How can I stop viral social media campaign? How can I stop? There's no way to stop it. One video alone that I posted a few days, actually I posted that day, July 10th, went viral that it was now viewed almost 10,000 times and shared more than 250 times. How can I stop that? And I have 90 other videos and more than 100 pictographs and photos. How can I stop that? So she recanted the next day as I was basically bringing AC Davis, my second potential, my second volunteer donor, and get this, I was already in the center, right? She had to put me on a conference call with her team on the phone. What a very poor. Can you just let me into your room and talk? This is about my life. You had to put me on a conference call in the same area, in the same building where you are all located? That's freaking, that's horrible. Horrible. Okay, she said, well, number one, you got to stop calling me because, we can only test 2 people at a time. First slip. Okay? And I said, what do you mean? I've been sending you, at the time, about 15 in the last 2.5 months. You've only tested 2. I know that. I know something's wrong, And she said, oh, I take back what I said. I rephrase her. She said, oh, you can't stop your social media campaign, but can you stop sending your volunteer donors to the medical questionnaire for University Transplant Center? I said, I can do that, but I can't stop the social media campaign. I mean, you know, horrible. So anyways, let me cut the story short, and then we'll do Q&A. So that's not even half of my horrific experience with them. Okay, so here's what I've done to solve the problem. I've actually been proactive even before. See, it's all about money. It's all about insurance. See, my insurance at work, because I still work even though I'm on dialysis. Most people on dialysis after 4 months, they can't work, they won't work, they're 100% disability. I can file for 100% disability, but I'm not gonna take advantage of the system. I can work, I'm not disabled, okay? Now, of course, I've been injured the last 2 months at work. Now I can't work. I can't even have my part-time job because workman's comp won't allow it. So, but here's what I'm saying. So I've been proactive. I've actually asked 4 months ago, 5 months ago, no, 6 months ago, to be in the Methodist Transplant Center, which is the #1 living kidney donor transplant center in the whole country. All right? UTC is not even in the top 20. They're probably in the 200th place. You know why? All right? You know I know exactly why. They didn't place anywhere. Okay? But Methodist is #1. And I have a physical therapist friend who actually takes care of their kidney transplant recipients in home health. And we work for the same company. Okay? And she actually works at the Methodist Transplant Center. So I know exactly what's going on, and I know they're #1. So, but again, insurance denied it because they're not part of the network. Okay? And that's another story. But my point is, come September 1st, because my Medicare will switch to become my primary insurance, and my work insurance will become secondary. Now I can get in to Methodist, which I've been waiting for a long time. But that doesn't give them excuse, UTC, to just disregard my human rights as an American citizen. I've been paying taxes since I came here in '88. You know, I've been paying Social Security since I've been here. And guess what? I haven't even gotten a dime from that system. Okay? So, Methodist Specialty Transplant Center is amazing. In fact, I've been dealing with Alyssa Gutierrez, who's been so helpful. You know. Now, here's the deal. There's still injustice happening right now. So, if you know anybody who knows anyone who works for a TV station, radio station, be it online, offline, mainstream media, newspaper, magazines, please let me know, and then pass on my story. Pass on this Facebook Live, because I will get it posted in like 2 minutes, not even. All right? I need your help. Now, also, if you don't know anybody in the TV station, in mainstream media, or in online media, social media, you can share it on your timeline. Please, I beg you, please share this, because can you imagine? Okay, here I am. I've had kidney disease since I was born, 50 years old, 50. I'm 50 now, so for 50 years. Second, I've been a physical therapist working in the healthcare industry in America for 29 years. In fact, I celebrated my 29th year in America just about 5-6 days ago, August 8th. Because I landed here August 8, 1988. Okay, now, third, I've been through dialysis for 2.5 years. The things I discovered about who pays for what, you know, what insurance covers what, and like for example, the volunteer donors, there is a help website for them, to help them with their expenses, but it's not based on their income. It's based on my income. Now, to qualify for them, for my donors to qualify for that social funding, I have to be indigent. I've never been indigent in my life. I've always had a job or a business. I've always paid my dues. I've paid my taxes. All right? And, to be indigent in this country, you have to make, at the most, about $1,200. Heck, I'm a physical therapist. Let's face it, I make that in a week. Actually, I make more than that in a week. Okay? But my point, yes, senators, anything in government. So I want this passed on. In fact, I'm going to talk to Uncle James Myers, who's got contacts in high places. And by the way, after that phone call, before this letter even came to me, I made calls to 5 friends of mine in high places. All right? And they all told me they violated your basic human rights. And this is not the first time my basic human rights as an American citizen have been violated. But that's another case. That's another $20 million, multi-million dollar case. Okay? Anyways, but I can't really do anything until I have the energy and the time to pursue. But this one, I can pursue. You know why? Because I have you. Whoever is watching this, I have you and the power of social media. And I know this is going to reach mainstream media. And I know, give it 10 days, I'll be on TV again. All right? I already made contacts. And man, I'm telling you, it's going to be Pandora's box opened again. All right? Don't worry, Vianney. Don't worry. Yeah. Anyways, actually, people came to me after they found out, friends in high places, to help me. So that's why I know this will go viral. Okay, and just to give you an update. Okay, remember that post I did about a week and a half ago about Andrew O'Brien, the publicity guy, didn't want to refund my $2,000. Guess what? His name is in the mud in social media. Why? Because of your help. He finally, after 44 days of, really giving me false promises and false hopes, and after 14 days of promising that the money's in the mail, then it didn't even reach in the mail. You know what he did? He refunded me through Quick Pay online. That's all I wanted to do. It took him 4 days to do that. I told him you can do this in 3 minutes. Case closed. But it's too late. 4 days in social media is like 4 years, in regular time. So, and I know this video will go viral again because of social media and because of you, my friends. Okay? My friends, my followers, my family. Okay? So please, as soon as I post this, pass it on. Okay? Post it on your timeline on Facebook. Okay? And if you want to post it on Twitter, on Instagram, please do. And I will do my share of posting also with my team, because my team comes into work tomorrow. All right? So, any questions? I know I went over time. No, actually, I went on time. All right. So, it's 9 o'clock. And again, I get even more passionate about these things. Because again, what is my goal? Remember my goal? My goal is to get my transplant done this year. Okay? And everything else is a distraction. I'll tell you, one reason why I want it done this year is financial reason. I'll be honest. I'll be totally honest with you. Okay? You know how much I pay for my work insurance? $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month. Okay? You know how much I pay every quarter, every 3 months for my Medicare? $404. So that's about $1,300 a month that I'm paying just for insurance. We're not talking about what I spend on my kids, what I spend on my mortgage, what I spend on. I don't have credit card bills. I hate debt. I've always operated in cash since 2010 when I got divorced. Never ever had a credit card since then. Well, I did, except for a self-funded credit card. Where it's really my money that I'm borrowing from, but it's a credit. But really, I've been using cash or debit. Except for my mortgage, I'm debt free. Okay. What else? I mean, child support. So because you know why? Come January 1st, guess what? I have to pay for the deductible again. I have to pay for this. I have to pay for that. And the monthly. Okay, do you already have your team at Methodist? Actually, officially not yet. Because you know why? Officially, I'm not on Medicare yet, Mommy Violet. Effective September 1st, I'm officially my primary will be Medicare. And Medicare covers my transplant surgery with Methodist. So in reality, I'm starting over again. Because you know why? I have to go through the same test that I went through for almost 2 years with Methodist, but they can do it faster. Okay? My volunteer donors have to go through the same tests. And because majority of them have not been tested. They haven't been followed up. Do you see the criminality, the inhumane? At first, July, what was that? The next day, July 12th, Dr. Colleen J, I already posted this on my Facebook. She called me twice, Wednesday and Thursday, and she promised she's going to put me in priority because it's also self-serving, because she wants me to undergo surgery fast so I can teach her team and her patients how I did what I did, generating 17 donors in like 70 days. Now, would I do that now? Hell effing no. Why would I do it for them? That's very selfish, very self-serving. Okay? What I will do though is I'm having a software development team, okay, a VA team in the Philippines, working on my system now and making it automated so that future living kidney transplant waiting on the waiting list for 6 years do not have to wait 6 years, to find a living kidney donor, because they're really waiting for a deceased kidney donor. And living kidney donors are better because living kidney donors' kidneys outlive the deceased donor kidneys by at least 10, 15 years. So that's why I prefer a living kidney donor. Perhaps more likely, if you notice in my post, I want a direct match. Why? Because if it's a direct match, the surgery can be scheduled right away. But if it's a swap, if it's a two-way swap, three-way swap, I'll take another, like for example, Chelsea passed June 14th. Okay, officially June 16th. Well, guess what? July, August, it's already been 2 months. They've only approved one of the 6 persons 6 people in the 3-way swap. Hell, I'm going to wait 2 more years to get everybody else approved. That's criminal. Okay, and then my living code and donor slip basically said, oh, we don't have the manpower to follow up on your because you sent us too many. But CM lied to me and said that's not true. Hell, I know the truth. If your doctor, if the head of your kidney living donor program tells me that you're going to prioritize and you're going to test two people at a time, and nothing has been done, no updates since then. Today's what? August 13th? That was July 12th and 13th. Where's the promise? Nobody has been followed up. It's sickening. It's criminal. It's unjust. It's inhumane. All right? So, officially, I am not in Methodist yet until my Medicare will be good to go, which is September 1st. But we're laying out the groundwork. But it doesn't really mean anything to UTC because it is my right. It is my patient right as an American citizen with insurance, with 2 insurance, to choose who I want to get my transplant. If I want to be listed at all 3, there's only 3 in San Antonio, okay? UTC, Methodist, and Christus. Of course, I want to be listed in all 3. Well, when I become Medicare, I'm listed in all 3. Does that make sense? All right. I hope I answered your question, Mommy Violet. Any other questions? But that's a great question. But see, tonight really what I'm pointing out is the inhumane, unjust, criminal actions. I mean, I haven't been begun to tell you that I almost died from PD, from university, from peritoneal dialysis because they gave me the wrong antibiotic, sulfa. I mean, it was like February 13th or 14th when my surgery was done. They gave me the sulfa drug, and in 5 days, my face was like drying up. And I was still working. I was still working my home health business at the time, and then my job at the time. And then it went on for 5 weeks. It was so bad that on my birthday, March 27th, my kids, I took them to the Tower of America restaurant. They couldn't even look at me because I looked like a zombie with blood in my lips, And they denied it was the sulfa. But guess what? The next day, they finally admitted it was the sulfa. Again, Dr. Bansal slipped. Now, that's not the worst of it. 4 weeks later, my new catheter bled a little bit. They checked for culture, but they didn't check if it was positive or negative. But in 5 minutes, over the phone, Dr. Bansal ordered Tracy to give me 2 forms of antibiotics through my peritoneal cavity, through my catheter, all right? And guess what? My face turned red, my whole body turned red in 5 minutes. I had a fever that night of 103 degrees. I couldn't even get out of bed until Saturday. Okay, and they kept calling me, saying, "Hey, you gotta go to the radiology to make sure you have no clogging. You're not constipated." Hell, I've never been constipated in my life, because I eat healthily. I eat vegetables most of the time. Anyways, my point is, that was another lawsuit, but I didn't entertain it at the time because again, my goal is to get my transplant done. Hopefully that year, but it didn't happen because of this misdiagnosis that they've made. It's, oh God, it's truly, excuse my language, fucking iatrogenic mistakes, Iatrogenic, It's not idiopathic, but only the idiots know. It's iatrogenic. If you look at Wikipedia or the dictionary, what iatrogenic mean? It's doctor cost. It's medical personal cost. And I could tell you nightmare after nightmare. Now, I've been in healthcare for 30 years, right? And I have to admit, I'm very smart, okay? I graduated in top of my class, high school and college, all right? I'm freaking smart, all right? I know the freaking deal, all right? And they would lie to me. They give me excuses, you know? I know exactly what's happening. And you know, I just turn lemons into lemonades. But this time, no more. This is criminal. No more. I'm done, you know? So, F you, UTC. F you, UTC. That's all I can say. Any other questions? Any questions? Thank you for bearing with my passion and my, you know, little bit of bad words. But I just want to make a point, all right? So here's my final point. I need your help. I need your help to please post this video on your timeline, on Facebook, or post it on Twitter, everything else, social media, because I want this to go viral. Because I will make this so viral that they don't know if they couldn't handle the 17 donors that I've given them in 70 days, they will not be able to handle the social media, what's the word? The social media meltdown that they are going to undergo in 7 days. Mark my words, I give it 10 days max. All right? So that's really what I want. I want to share with you personally my really, it's a quick story, but I got more stories. Horrible stories, horrific iatrogenic stories about the mistakes that UTC, the system, have made. Okay? The system has made. You know Sharon, I've been sharing with you some stuff, right? Sharon Scott is my PT. I'm telling you, you know, so please, post this on your, as soon as I post this on my timeline, please share it. I would really appreciate it. You know, I give UTC 7 days. 7 days, and this is going to be social media meltdown. Now, this case will take years, but I'm telling you, I will not. For this reason alone, of course, that's not my real reason. For this reason, I'm going to live another so many years, be it on dialysis or transplant, just to right this injustice. Okay? But my main goal really is this: to get my transplant this year. We still have time, because September 1st to December 31st is about September, October, November, December. 4 months, okay? It takes about 3 to 4 weeks to test my volunteer donors, and another 30 days to schedule them, depending on their schedule. So that's about 60 days. So there's 120 days total. So there's a play there. So I'm still hopeful, okay? Second, you know, my main motivation and inspiration are really my kids, Anton and Simone. I want to live longer so I can see them grow up. Now, that's being done right now. That's been done the last 4.5 months, and I know I'll find my match soon. Okay, they just have to be tested. That's the problem. They were not tested. They haven't been followed up. Okay, so my second point is this. I'm now developing the system into a more automated system, so that after I'm done with my automated software system, I can now help other living kidney transplant donors to volunteer donate their kidneys, and also help reduce the waiting time to find living kidney donors for transplant recipients like me. And there's 100,000 of them. Okay? Even if I can help 10,000 of them in the next 3 to 5 years, that's a good thing. All right? So the third thing is my last point, which was, please, you know, if you have any other ideas to get this passed on, but as simple as posting this on your timeline as soon as I uploaded this on my timeline, please, I really, really appreciate that. One final question and then we're done. We've gone 45 minutes on this. And I know it was like more of a rant, the whole 30 minutes, but really, you know, can you imagine what a helpless, hopeless, jobless, 65, 70-year-old person waiting for her kidney donor, who doesn't know what the system is, who just waits and waits and follows orders, but they don't really know they're being manipulated. I mean, it's a sad state. You know, that's a sad state of affairs. That's a messy, messy system. And I'm not even talking about the whole you know, healthcare system of America. I'm not even trying to correct it. I'm just correcting one system that gave me injustice. And if they can do an injustice against me, can you imagine those hopeless, helpless, you know, jobless 65-year-old patients? They don't know it better. Yeah, actually, yeah, I have my staff uploading all my videos to YouTube. It's actually youtube.com, and then you can find a channel, either Joel Chris TV or Kidney for Joel. So I have actually at least 3 YouTube channels, but this one will particularly go to Kidney for Joel YouTube channel, Jesus, and then the other one is Joel Chris TV. All right, thank you, Mommy Violet. I really appreciate it. Alrighty, folks, I need to rest because my mama and I spent the whole day outside in the heat. Well, you know, shopping. It's really altruistic shopping for my mom. I posted it, you know, on my Facebook. Thank you so much. Again, this is Joel from kidneyforjoel.com. Signing off for now. Bye-bye for now.